Hello everyone! And a few days ago, Monster Up has released the compilation of all episodes in Season 14 of Skibidi Zombie Universe, where he also added 2 very interesting secret scenes which I'm going to analyze for you guys today. And it not only revealed some lore mysteries to us, but also brought back one of the most iconic characters in the series, namely Skibidi Scientist, who, as you remember, was actually cured by the vaccine at the end of episode 47. And we'll learn what exactly Skibidi Scientist does after getting saved, and what he's been busy with all this time while the Alliance suffered the huge drama involving the Plague Doctor and Plungerman who remembered his past. Now get your tea and snacks ready and prepare to watch this video to the end because it's going to be really interesting. Let's go! And be sure to also give this video a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that already, where I analyze the best Skibidi Toilet multiverses. Okay, so if you are subscribed now, let's move on to the secret scenes that Monster Up prepared for us. And it starts in the new Skibidi Scientist's laboratory where we can see a large display saying Search Gene V and Day 16 of the search. And first of all, this means that Skibidi Scientist is at his working place again, which happened right after he got cured from zombie virus that, as you remember, was staged to happen by the Plague Doctor who replaced the Scientist's original flask with the virus. So it seems to me now that Skibidi Scientist decided to come back to his work so quickly in order to have his revenge over the douche who literally condemned his previous work and barely made him his mindless toy in a zombie-possessed body. But now Skibidi Scientist is in his sane mind again, and I bet he missed those times a lot. Because we can remember from the earlier episodes of this multiverse that those people that got infected with the virus still remained themselves deep inside their possessed bodies. Their souls were unaffected by the virus while the body stopped obeying them completely, which made their fate even worse than it already was. We could see that with Titan TV Man as an example, whose soul got revealed for a short period of time in episode 34, where the original Titan TV Man asked G-Man to destroy his possessed body to grant him peace, because he couldn't bear the shame of seeing his body being used for some awful deeds planted by the Plague Doctor which the TV Man's soul couldn't stop or intervene with. So it would be better for the Titan to be rather dead than alive, but hurting his comrades and friends. And I believe that Skibidi Scientist was in the similar position as well. While he was possessed, he saw all the atrocities his infected body was making, but couldn't stop it. Although he tried really hard, and his mind was fighting the infection fiercely, and we could see it in one of the previous secret scenes as well. And now, when he's finally free from the virus, he can put all his scientific knowledge into fight with the virus, which makes him a true Chad in my eyes. And given his real talent, I'd say that it's definitely great for the Alliance to have a genius like him on the same side, and it could help them a lot, not only with finding the vaccine from the virus, but also with Delete Men as well in the future. Although it's just my assumption at the moment. Okay, and then we see the blackboard with the words vaccine test on it. And below there are multiple types of vaccine test runs, all of which proved to be unsuccessful. But that definitely didn't ruin the Skibidi Scientist's spirit in the slightest, though. So he keeps trying new types of vaccine, but with no great results. And the target for his experiments is no other than Zombie Titan Drillman, who, as you can remember, was brought to the Alliance's base in the secret scene to Season 11 by Skibidi Toilets after he was completely destroyed by Red Titan Drillman. But given that Zombie Titan Drillman is still, well, a zombie, he wasn't finished off for good, so he was brought back piece by piece. His head now is in the required place, and in general, he looks pretty much alive, if I can say so about a zombie. And instead of trying to use Zombie Drillman in fights with the Plague Doctor's minions, the Alliance apparently decided to give him in powers of Skibidi Scientist, so that he could create something useful with this guy's help. And Zombie Drillman indeed looks to be a perfect target for scientific experiments, which is incredibly durable even in cases of so many unsuccessful test runs. Experiments with the vaccine keep failing, so Skibidi Scientist decides to stop at number 25 and think. And thankfully, right at this time, his display starts beeping, and we can see that Gene V was finally discovered somewhere near Antarctica. And the scientist immediately realizes that it's his best chance to finally move somewhere in his research, and whatever is hidden in Antarctica can help him with that. And then the second secret scene starts, where Skibidi Scientist already arrived to Antarctica in his giant Skibidi puppet, who we can remember from episode 67 of Boom's original Skibidi Toilet series. And its design is pretty much the same. For example, the scientist still has his iconic red left eye, which he uses to scan the area. And aside from that, he's also got this enormous red core, which will be pretty useful for him later. So after he scans the territory, he finds the door entrance where the words containment lockdown were written. And it's pretty obvious that this door leads to some abandoned lab hiding exactly what Skibidi scientist is searching for. And as the door is closed, he uses his Skibidi puppet's core to blast through it so he can finally enter. And when he walks into the laboratory, I immediately thought of the game called Subnautica Below Zero, which also contained a huge laboratory hidden in the snowy land, where alien creatures were frozen in the huge blocks of ice, but we'll get to that soon enough. And now we can notice several very interesting details. First of all, we can see lots of human skeletons all over the laboratory, which makes me think that this lab was fully operated by humans before something happened that caused their demise. And given that information, I can guess that this lab existed long before the Skibidi virus and especially zombie virus. But I can also state that it was the Skibidi virus exactly that eventually caused the whole chaos inside of this lab. And it can be understood with those posters we can see on the walls. And these posters feature the very first Skibidi toilet from the viral beginning of Boom's original series, with the phrases, "War is lost," and "They're already here," written on them. And we can also see the poster featuring G-Man from episode 17 of Boom's Skibidi Toilet series with the words, "Who are they?" As well as the poster having a cameraman on it with the phrase, "Save our world." And considering that all of those posters feature only the frames from the earliest Skibidi Toilet episodes, I can say that people working in that laboratory faced the earliest stage of Skibidi Toilet virus, which they couldn't survive in the end. Fortunately for them, none of them got turned into a Skibidi toilet, and they managed to die while being humans if that was their goal after all. But they still were gone apparently due to being in total isolation far away from the outside world, and we'll probably never know what exactly happened to them as there are plenty of different options. And considering the poster with the plea to save their world, apparently those working in this lab eventually gave up on the battle with Skibidi virus and put all of their hope on the Alliance, which as they prayed was to save the world from the virus. It's even good that they didn't live long enough to know that there are even two viruses now, though. It would totally drove them insane. But this laboratory contains something much more interesting than just posters or human remains. As Skibidi scientist was choosing his way through all this skeleton's bones lying on the floor, he suddenly stumbled upon the elite TV man's body being frozen in the ice, which scared him a lot for 1 second. And once again, the body of someone unknown being frozen in the ice really reminded me of Subnautica Below Zero, where the main character found the alien's body in the similar way, as well as the cartoon called Ice Age. But Elite TV Man is not alien at all, but one of the very few TV men left alive in this multiverse. From the previous episodes, we know that most of TV men were turned into Stone Guardians protecting the Atlantis core, and Titan TV Man with TV Batman were infected with zombie virus. So at this point, only TV Woman left unaffected, and now Skibidi Scientist found this guy as well who doesn't seem to be infected. And I don't know how the heck Elite TV Man turned out to be in this laboratory and freeze on the spot. But one thing is clear enough. His body contains Gene V that Skibidi Scientist is searching for, and with it, he'll finally be able to make a proper vaccine. Why is Gene V inside of this TV Man? How does this even work? And does Elite TV Man himself know of it being hidden inside of his body? And will he even be ready to part with it in order to make a vaccine on his own will? We don't know the answers to these questions for now, but I'm sure that the future episodes of Skibidi Zombie Multiverse will reveal more new information to us. And that was all for today. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to my channel so you will not miss my new cool videos. And also, don't forget to leave your comment about what you think will happen in the future episodes of Skibidi Zombie series, because I'm always interested in what you guys have to say. And that was me, ISO Toilet. See ya!